Dawn. Hey, Carmel. I think before we get started too far, I'm going to do my reboot trick. So you guys just hang out for just 1 second and let me reset. Hey, Susan. Hopefully we're running a little smoother now. This will probably be kind of short for a couple of reasons. One, my battery is like at 50 something percent, so we'll go as long as I can go. But I've also got some things I have to do tonight. Pause is being flooded by kittens because it's that time of year. I have to check out somebody who put in an application to be a foster, make sure everything is on the up and up with that. And I have to try to help two people that have messaged today. One is, hey, cat lover. Hey, Kimberly. Well, we personally are not, Susan, but a lady messaged us that lives in Arizona. Her dad is 90-something years old, and a Siamese cat has taken residence at his house and has 6 kittens, and we have to try to help him. And another lady has another kitten about 45 minutes away. It's tomorrow night. But she has to find a place for the kitten to go by Friday, so I'm trying to help her. And we've already got, I think, 15 kittens in the pipeline, 5 which are due to be turned over tomorrow. So our hands are pretty full right now. And I hate turning people away. I know that sometimes you just have to do that when you don't have the resources, but we're getting to a point now where we just don't have enough fosters, and if we had a bigger house or less cats, I would bring some here, but unfortunately it's not an option right now. So I either have to figure out something tonight and hope for the best, or just tell them, sorry, I can't help you. Maybe try another rescue. And I hate doing that. The Paws is very small and foster based, so we're at the mercy of the amount of fosters we have, which is not too many right now. One of the ladies that's fostering for us, I dropped off some formula and some bottles to her this afternoon, and she has 13 and is taking on 2 more. So she said, I'm maxed out. And I said, I would have been maxed out like 5 or 6 cats ago. Which is a little easier if you have a nursing mom cat and they're doing the bulk of the work for you, but for the bottle babies, that's a lot of work. But one day we'll get to where we can do it again, I hope. And we will not allow ourselves to get so attached that they can't go to PetSmart to be adopted. I mean, they will still be, the adopters will still be vetted and all that as best we can. Good grief, Hank. Can you even get to that now? He's going to try. I may have to help him. He needs some help. That one went all the way in the corner over there. I don't think he can get it out. Did it go behind the bookshelf? Well, we may have to get that one out later. We got a couple more over here we can throw. Well, we allowed ourselves to get way too attached rather than just turning them over to Paul's when they were 12 weeks old. And hey, Connie, but we just couldn't do that. And I understand now, as hard as it is, it's probably best to do that than keep them around the house and get even more attached and end up in the dilemma that we're in. Which I say dilemma. I don't mind doing this, but it's just hard to find them a home when they don't have exposure here to other people and all of that. I think there's a tabby out here that wants in. There he is. Hanky panky. But anyway, that's why we're probably going to run a little short. In addition to my battery not being fully charged, I try to charge it all the way up before I do this, but I needed to get started so I can handle some other things. Yeah, and the lady from the rescue does it, and a lot of other people do it. It's just they have a better chance after you foster them and they're adopted from PetSmart. They have a much better chance than they would have had being out on the street. Well, if we can find them, I'm sure you can, cat lover, because there was no training involved with this. He just started doing it one day. Same with the office cats, Lily and Stumpy. They just started doing it. And when I talk good about him, he doesn't bring that one back. Maybe he's just taking a break. And I also need to get in here with the vacuum and vacuum this floor and get all the little bits of cardboard up. There's another piece. The boxes days are limited. We have to get another box to put in here. Hey, Aaron. We are definitely attached. No two ways about that. And that's why Tabby hung around, and that's why Binks and Salem hung around, and that's why Murray and Oscar hung around. And that's why we have so many stinking cats in this house. And maybe that's why I have such a hard time sending people away. So I guess Murray and Oscar were pretty much, it was a given when they came here that they were here to stay. Hey, Mr. Krabs. Tabby, we had every intention of trying to find a home for. And I'm not going to say anything definitive, but if he keeps picking on all the other cats, we may have to consider rehoming him. I don't want to. I love the guy to death, but he's just picking on everybody. And we've had one cat that's about 12 years old. He can't keep doing that to her. And he picked on poor Russell. Poor Russell died. Tabby picks on our oldest cat, Luna. Cut it out. He picked on Russell. he started to mess with Oscar a little bit. Not initially. When we first let him start running free in the house, everything was cool. It just kind of started happening, and I don't know why. He might. I've considered that, but poor Luna doesn't think he's playing, and Luna hides under the couch all the time. And as soon as she, she eats separately from the rest of them, and as soon as she comes out from eating her food, she slinks around behind the couch and underneath it, and that's where she hides until, we sit down on the couch and she feels safe enough to come hop up on the couch with us. Yeah, that's true. Mabel, with her tortitude, she doesn't put up with it. And I wish Luna would stand up to him, and that would probably stop it. Like I say, I'm in no hurry to rehome him. I don't want to do that. Yeah, that's kind of what's going on with him. But half the time, I don't know if he's playing. I just don't know. I just know Luna hates it, and she's being tormented. No, he stays clear of Stella. Don't you? But he's so sweet to us. And then he shows his butt to the other cats. Yeah, Luna is the oldest. Melanie had her before we got married. 2 years before we got married. You want to go out? Okay, bye, Tabby. See you later. Yeah, and Luna's a sweet cat. She doesn't deserve that. She doesn't mess with anybody except for... she used to kind of get crossed up with Mabel every now and then, but they tend to respect one another's boundaries most of the time. Wilson, are you tired? Tired of sleeping all day? Because that's what you guys did. Yeah, if there was a way to train Luna to do that, I think it would stop. And Tabby is just so food motivated. He's always scrounging around looking for food. All right, Susan. Hope you feel better. Stella, you gonna come down? Stella. I guess I should turn a light on. It's probably getting kind of hard to see everybody. Hank just looks like a silhouette when he jumps up on top of the cat tree. Yeah, I hope so. We just got to read up on how to do that. And hopefully Luna is not so permanently scarred that she can't get past it. I mean, just the sight of him and she scurries away. Poor Oscar, not poor Oscar, poor Russell. He picked on him, and Russell liked to hide under the dining room table all the time. And Russell screamed bloody murder when Tabby would chase him, and I think Tabby was trying to play with Russell. He chases her around, swats at her. Hey, Connor. scares her more than anything. She has gotten a scratch on her nose a couple of times when he swats at her. He wanted out, so I let him back out. But we'll see how it goes. As I've said before, whenever we can open this room back up again, Tabby loves to be in here, and maybe he'll say, cool, I have a spot I can go, and hey, another errand. But maybe that will calm him down. Good catch, Hank. Wilson. He might have. Or the little slap fight he got in with Hank might have pushed him over the edge too. I don't have any more. They're all over there. I don't think I have any more. No. I don't have any more over here, Hank. Yeah, especially Luna being older. It's kind of a concern for us. I don't know. Salem has a tendency to chase her. Oscar chases her occasionally. Tabby picks on her big time, so she's kind of being ganged up on for whatever reason. Well, thank you, Kimberly. It's crazy to think about. Don't know that I've ever had 1,000 people invest anything in what I was doing, whatever it might be. But maybe one day we can go back to, and I'm not rushing anything. I love these guys. I'm not going to rush them out, and he's probably not going anywhere. But maybe one day we can get back to the baby kittens and go back to how we started. Ouch. We're going to get your claws. You have daggers again. I'm not sure what you're asking, Mr. Krabs. Didn't quite follow. You're going to lose another one over there. Oh, we just hit 1,000. We have more than that, Aaron. There's 3 in this room, but we have 7 others. Hey, Catalina. Yes, it is. These guys were all supposed to be adopted out by now. But it just hasn't worked that way, has it, Hank? The dogs are outside right now. far as I know. We had everybody fixed at 12 weeks, and we've been advertising them for adoption since 9 or 10 weeks, something like that. They were born at the vet's office, and they came to my office when they were 6 weeks old, and they stayed there until a few months ago. But yeah, I don't remember exactly when you came on board, Aaron. All of our cats are indoor, but we had their brothers and one sister, brother Lionel and Percy, and their sister Zelda. Percy was adopted back in last November, I believe it was. Lionel was January or February, I think. I want to say February. I'd have to look back to know the exact date. Zelda was probably March or April. I don't know. All these days just run together. And of course, you know, Wilson went with Zelda initially, but it just didn't work out. Yeah, and that's a challenge, Dawn, when you know some people take that approach with adopting a cat. They want it to bond immediately, so these guys don't really have that opportunity very often. And then, you know, when we take them to PetSmart, they're terrified. Yeah, he was getting in a little spat with Hank, so I let him out.
Guys.
What? Oh, that must have just happened a minute ago. The blinds are askew over there. Somebody has done that. Well, thanks, Aaron. Oh, Tabby's back. You gonna be nice now? Yeah, he's always talking, aren't you? You always have something to say.
Window is cracked. Also, that part of the yard is flooded.
Really?
It's got like a couple-inch puddle hole where it's like dirt normally. Of course, the dogs are walking through it.
Of course.
And the old pool pump wouldn't come on, so I had to switch to the other pool pump.
Our main one?
I think that the other one is stronger though.
Maybe.
It seems like it's pumping a lot
Might just
harder.
need to order a new one.
All I had to do was switch it. And the hoses where they were. Why are you trying to take my phone? Man.
Well, Salem's good. He's
Miserable.
out running around the house somewhere, I'm sure.
Why are you scratching the carpet? I'm just trying to turn out over here. What? Is he squatted in front of you?
Mhm.
I mean, he spent however many hours just sleeping.
I've got one foster application that I have to check out tonight. So hopefully that works out. I haven't touched it.
Ugh.
I had another lady ask for one, and I have not seen it get returned, so I need to check with her. Hey, Salem. You gonna go out in the hall, Tabby? Or Hank, I mean, you're not Tabby.
Okay, bye.
You guys gonna get along, Murray? And a Mabel. Yeah, no need for the gate anymore. They could easily clear it if they wanted to anyway. What was that?
Murray swatted Mabel.
Well, at least they didn't swat Hank, I guess. Well, that was Hank, and then Murray and Mabel were over there. That's Mabel.
What's he doing there?
And she runs away.
Binksy. He's coming.
Hey, Binks. You come in here? Binksy. Hey, Binks. And a third Aaron. We have 3 Aarons now, so we're gonna have to come up with a system here. Binks. Binksy.
Going in the bathroom. It's like obsessed with the bathroom rugs.
Salem's being brave. Just staring at Stella. Now he'll move along, which is probably a good idea. Hey, Binks. Yep, Binks, Salem, and Stella is up there.
Where'd I go? Back in the bathroom again. Why do you keep going in there? It's like smelling the rug around the toilet.
Yeah, Binks.
Either washing it.
Maybe. But Binks is, he's taller than Stella and definitely a little thinner. But from a distance, yes, they do look very similar. What are you looking so concerned about, Tabby? Well, with 50-something% battery, I managed to get 30 minutes out of this, so I'll call that a win. But I am going to wind it down because, as I say, I've got to get the vacuum cleaner. I've still got to scoop these boxes. We need to vacuum in here, elsewhere in the house. We still have to eat. And I have some applications I need to go through. I mean, how is all this paper and stuff getting out in the hallway, too? The little bits of cardboard are on the floor from in here, I think.
Garbage all over the floor everywhere in the house.
But just as a reminder, there will probably... Thank you, Connie. This will be year number 10 that we haven't strangled one another. But yeah, tomorrow there will probably, in all likelihood, not be a close-up because we'll probably have dinner and watch a movie or something. Thanks, Connie. At least that's the plan for now. So we will resume the close-ups on Friday, I presume. But thank you guys. We appreciate it. As always. And maybe we'll, well, these guys may run away when I was going to say I'll leave these guys in here a little while, but as soon as I wheel the vacuum in here, they're gonna take off, so. But I'll try to let them back in. But thanks, everybody. We appreciate it. And hope to see you back Friday. Have a good night.